The video from last night really showed photos with her friend, but now behind her there was nothing, only pictures of her and her husband. It was obvious the husband had erased her friend's existence. That day she hadn't finished watching all the videos, nor had she met the doctor to learn the truth. So to figure out who her husband really was, she started searching the house, and this time she made an unexpected discovery. When she found another photo with her friend, a long-buried memory came flooding back. She remembered she had been pregnant, and her friend often came to comfort her. She rushed to the photo wall at home, but after carefully checking, there was no trace of a child anywhere. Had her baby disappeared? When Daisy looked down at her stomach, she could tell she had given birth before. That meant her husband was definitely hiding more secrets. The pain of losing her child overwhelmed her. She immediately called her husband home and demanded to know where her child was, but her husband seemed to have a secret he couldn't say. He just hugged Daisy and told her not to cry. When they went back inside, her husband finally revealed what he called the truth. He opened an old dusty box. Inside were things proving Daisy did have a child, but the child was weak and sickly, and died before growing up. To prove he was telling the truth, he even showed hospital reports. Daisy was devastated. She fell into deep sorrow that day, and didn't meet with the doctor. That night she recorded the story about her child's death, and from then on, every morning when she woke up, after learning her child had died, she lived every day in pain. Even during later talks with the doctor, she started to believe the doctor was lying. She thought he was trying to control her, so she was torn between trusting the doctor or her husband, never knowing who to believe, until one day the doctor called her again. They agreed to meet at a restaurant, but when Daisy arrived she was shocked. The doctor had found her friend's contact, and from her friend she learned Daisy and her husband had actually divorced 5 years ago. Then why were they still living together? That made Daisy feel scared. What was her husband really hiding? So she arranged to meet her friend. That afternoon they met at a park. Even after years apart their bond was still there, but after some small talk, Daisy still felt confused. Her friend finally told her the truth. After Daisy lost her memory, her friend often came to take care of her, but over time, she and the husband developed feelings for each other. That caused arguments between the three. The husband felt guilty and divorced Daisy, and the friend never dared to face Daisy again. The three went their separate ways, but both women found it strange. Why were Daisy and her husband living together again? Neither of them knew what had happened later, so Daisy went back home. But that night things took a turn. Her friend called after investigating. He said he's been living alone, Chris.
What?
Ben says he hasn't seen you for 4 years. That made no sense. Wasn't the child dead? And didn't her husband stay with her every day?